Hi folks, I hope that you guys are doing pretty well. So today is Sunday, the 10th of September 2023, and this video is going to be my 24th World First Biblical Deciphering. I did had a 25 Biblical Deciphering, but I thought that I would add in my 25 into my 24, and I just make it one big video if you like. So my 25th was actually going to be talking about Zephaniah chapter 1, verses 14 to 28. In other words, regarding Jesus' second coming. I do have a program here, if you like, of prophecies that I'm going to be talking about. So as you can see there, Zechariah, Revelation, Exodus, 1 Kings chapter 17, verse 1, Matthew, and Zephaniah. Okay, now make sure that you read on the description box my commentary, because that's also very important. And I'm gonna tie it all in for you so that it makes sense. And this video is actually more for Israel because it really applies to Israel, especially for the tribulation period, if you like, or Jacob's trouble, and also for the millennial kingdom as well. So these are practically future Bible prophecies. Now, just here, I'm showing you Zechariah. Okay, so if you go to Zechariah chapter 4, okay, and you go down to verses 11 to 14, these are a bunch of prophecies, if you like, which actually have a double application. They were prophesying about Jesus, not only when Jesus had the Transfiguration, but also they are prophesying for Moses and Elijah when they are going to be coming in, pardon me, if you like, to prophesy for Israel, if you like, during the tribulation period for 1260 days. Okay, so let's just read what it says here. Okay, then answered I and said unto him, what are these two olive trees upon the right side of the candlestick and upon the left side thereof? Okay, this is very interesting. We know that the book of Revelation, we go there in a moment, especially Revelation 11, talks about these two olive trees, okay? But this also is prophesying about Jesus, okay? How Moses and Elijah will appear unto Jesus during the Transfiguration in Mount Tabor, because look what it says here, okay? These two olive trees upon the right side of the candlestick. Now, the candlestick here is actually, we all think of the menorah, right? But when we think of the menorah, we also got to think of God, okay? In other words, the seven spirits of God. So what we are seeing here, okay, we go on the right side Moses, okay, and then on the left side, if you like, Elijah, okay, and in the middle, the candlestick, in other words, the menorah representing God, in other words, Jesus, okay. So this was a future prophecy with a double application. I repeat, a double application in that, Zechariah here was prophesying that Moses and Elijah, pardon me, will be standing next to Jesus side by side, okay? And Jesus, of course, will be in the middle as a candlestick, okay, like it says here, okay? And we know that Moses and Elijah appear unto Jesus during the Transfiguration. So if we go to Matthew 17, so that I can prove this to you, okay? So we go to Matthew 17. I've got page markers here, so don't worry, folks. This is not going to take forever. Here we go. Matthew 17, okay? So if you read verse 1 here, and was transfigured before them, and his face did shine as the sun, and his raiment, in other words, his clothing, was white as the light. And behold, there appeared unto them Moses and Elias, Elijah, if you like, talking with him, okay? So this is further proof that Moses and Elijah are going to be the two olive trees of Revelation 11, okay? Moses and Elijah are coming down as soon as the rapture of the church happens to prophesy for Israel, okay? So let us go back to Zechariah, okay? So this is a prophecy that had a double application, and I'm not sure if the Jewish rabbis or the scholars would have been able to pick this up. This is a prophecy, with a double application, okay? And of course, I'm gonna be showing you now Revelation 11, okay? And it says here, let's just go to 12 just to finish up here, okay? And I answered again and I say unto him, what be those two olive branches which through the two golden pipes empty the golden oil out of themselves? Okay, so this is what Moses and Elijah are going to be doing, okay? They are going to be taking care of the menorah, if you like, on Israel's third temple, okay? And he answered me and said, knowest thou not what this be? And I said, no, my Lord. Then said he, these are the two anointed ones that stand by the Lord of the whole earth. Okay, so I just show you Matthew there, okay, to prove that it's Moses and Elijah. So let us go over now to Revelation 11. So bear with me, folks. I got patch markers. So this will be real quick and well prepared, folks. Okay, so we go to Revelation 11 here. Okay, chapter 11. And if we read here on verse 3, and I will keep power unto my true witnesses. So we know there's going to be Moses and Elijah. Okay, so if we move over to the page here, bear with me. And they shall prophesy 1,260 days, in other words, 1,260 days, clothed in sackcloth. These are the two olive trees, like mentioned in Zechariah chapter 4, like I just told you, and the two candlesticks standing before the God of the earth. Okay, so we know there is going to be Moses and Elijah. Now, these have power to shut heaven, like Elijah. I will show you now in 1 Kings 17.1 that it rained not in the days of their prophecy. Remember when Elijah went up to King Ahab and said there's not going to be any rain? We'll go there in a minute to 1 Kings, and have power over waters to turn them to blood. Remember Moses when he told Pharaoh that he was going to turn the waters into blood and to smite the earth with all plagues as often as they will. Okay, so to get then the proof of this, to shut heaven and blood, let us go first to Exodus. Okay, so I've got patch markers here, folks. Bear with me. Or we just landed on First King for Elijah. Okay, so if we go to Elijah, okay, it says here, okay, and Elijah the Tishbite, who was the inhabitant of Gilead, said unto Ahab, as the Lord God of Israel liveth, before whom I stand, there shall not be dew nor rain these years, but according to my word. Okay, so so we know by Revelation 11, which I just show you that Elijah has the powers to turn off the water, if, so to speak, if you like. Okay, so now we're going to be going to Exodus to prove Moses, and we shall find this on Exodus 7:20. So just bear with me, folks. I got patch markers. We'll find that nice and easy. 7:20. Here we go. Okay. So Exodus 7:20. And Moses and Aaron did so as the Lord commanded, and he lifted up the rod and smote the waters that were in the river in the sight of Pharaoh and in the sight of his servants. And all the waters that were in the river were turned to blood. Okay, so Moses has the power to turn water into blood. Okay, like it says in Revelation 11. Okay, So I have given you all the proof with all the prophecies here in the Bible. Now let's go to Zephaniah chapter 1. It's a prophecy for Jesus' second coming to finish up. So this is not going to be a long video, but make sure that you read, that you read my description box. Okay, so Zephaniah chapter 1. Okay, so if you go to verses 14 to 28. Okay, so make sure that you go to Zephaniah. Okay, and I go to chapter 1, 14 to 28. It talks about Jesus coming. Okay, and it says here, the great day of the Lord is near. It is near and hasteth greatly, even the voice of the day of the Lord. The mighty men shall cry there bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, okay, because of course we are coming for the battle of Armageddon, and God is going to, defeat, the Antichrist, if you like, and He's going to put the Antichrist and the false prophet into the lake of fire and brimstone, and He's going to burn up Satan for 1,000 years, okay. So that day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of the trumpet, meaning judgment and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers, and I will bring distress upon men, that they um, shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured as dust, and the flesh as dung. Okay, so we know that in the valley of Jehoshaphat, I'm not sure if I said that right, all the blood is gonna go running. Okay, neither the silver nor the gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all of them that dwell in the land. So when we come back with Jesus for the battle of Armageddon, okay, Jesus is gonna, defeat them all, if you like, and operate the wine press, if you know what I mean, in the valley of Jehoshaphat. Okay, all right, folks, that's it. I just wanted to bring this to your attention. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna be putting all this stuff in the description box.